plenty of mental and emotional challenges faced by everyone. Today, on the Bomberos on Fire podcast, we delve deep into the heart of this issue. My name is Armando, and today we're shedding light on a topic that's close to our heart: mental health. Not just in the firefighting community, but also to everyone else because everyone has a bone in this fight. This is a conversation that's long overdue. We'll be discussing the unique challenge we face, sharing personal stories, and exploring ways to improve our mental well-being. With insights from experts, personal testimony, and actionable strategies, we aim to ignite a conversation that can make a difference. Because just as we fight fires, take care of people, and work in a stressful environment, we must also combat the internal struggles that many of us face. This is not just for firefighters, but everyone else living on this planet. Together, we can build a community of support, understanding, and healing. Join us as we journey through the art of conversation, seeking light and hope for everyone. Be safe. Welcome.
Well, welcome back to Bomberos on Fire podcast. My name is Armando. I'm here with a legend, literally, in Central Florida and the whole state of Florida. Somebody who I look up to a lot and that taught me since I started in the county, 7 years ago, I guess, and I transferred to another department. Yeah, and I have to say that you take care of me when I was getting forced a lot. So I appreciate that, Chief. Yeah, this is great. A great honor today to have you. If you don't mind to introduce yourself and people around the world that listen to us, it would be a blast here.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Armando. My name is Juan Atan. Retired from Orange County Fire Rescue after almost 30 years of service with them, and I'm currently with Marion County Fire Rescue as their deputy fire chief for EMS, amongst other things. And enjoying to talk to you today on your podcast. And thank you for the invitation.
No problem. Thank you, because I know you're a busy guy. You got multiple careers from Jesus, from police to fire, military too. I think so. I don't remember.
No military. That's
No
the only thing.
military. Yeah, it's almost. I feel like you did
Almost.
all. And now after retirement, you did a Tom Brady and came back to the game. And
Yep.
now hopefully you want to go to another department after Marion County. I hope so.
We'll see what the wife says for that after I do a second retirement.
A second, you can have a third one. Hey, you always you will have a great pension and a great retirement when you get
Oh,
out, when you're done finally.
oh yeah. Gotta enjoy life too.
Yes. So, so Chief, I got a question. How do you
Yes.
went from firefighter, EMT, right in the county, and then
hmm
suddenly you became a police trooper?
hmm
Like, how that happened? How do you even got into that?
Okay. It's very interesting, and I'm glad you asked that. The reason that I went into law enforcement, because back then Orange County, their helicopter unit was run by the sheriff's office, the Chase program, and I've always wanted to be a flight medic. And the only
Oh,
way to get onto the Chase program was to become a reserve deputy with Orange County Sheriff's Department, which they put us through the academy, and I became a law enforcement officer as well. Because with the Chase program, we were dual certified. We did dual roles. We did police missions, and then when a medical mission came about, we went and picked up the patient. Once the program kind of, I didn't say it got dissolved, but fire rescue got our own helicopter, Firestar.
yeah.
We kind of broke uh, with the sheriff's office, and Sheriff Kevin Barry at the time was starting his tactical medic program, and he requested some of our personnel who wanted to go into the tac medic side, and I jumped over to that side, and I've been doing that for a while. I was with the sheriff's office for close to 15 years,
Oh
and
wow.
now I'm currently with Florida Highway Patrol as their chief they gave me a title which I'm like, okay, sure. It's the Chief Tactical Medical Officer for the team because the state of Florida, Florida High Patrol has three teams. They have a Central Florida team, the South Florida team, and the North team. So I basically be the oversight for all three teams on their medical component, and also part of the troop surgeon program that the state of Florida troopers have available to them. So I've been doing that now close to what, 27, 28 years now.
Wow. So you still working on the law enforcement side? You still active? Not on
I'm
not
still
on the
active.
street.
No, I'm still active. I took a little leave of absence because we did me and my wife did a when I retired, we got offered a contract work to go to Colorado and run a rural hospital, critical access hospital. So we were out there for 7 months doing that, which was a great experience to
Wow,
do that.
you doing it all. Golly. And you went to Colorado to run run
Yeah,
like a critical access hospital?
it's a critical access hospital in a rural community called Holyoke, Colorado, which is in the northwest corner of the state. Because everybody, when you say Colorado, everybody thinks of Denver
Yes.
and mountains and all that. No, where there was no mountains where we were at. It was the plains. We're
Oh,
just for geographical location, we bordered basically Nebraska, Wyoming, and I believe Kansas as well.
so you're in the
So that's
right east corner, kind of?
right East Coast. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where we're at. So it was very flat. Population in that area was close to 3,500, and it was a critical access hospital with ER, two trauma bays, 14-bed hospital, and a clinic, and also physical therapy clinic and a outpatient surgery center. And my wife was running the nurses side as the interim chief nursing officer, and I was the interim emergency EMS director, emergency manager, and whatever other hat I was wearing.
Whatever the multiple, you have a big closet for all your hats. Oh my God,
I lost you there a
that's
quick second
intense.
there.
And then now, after working for the county for almost 30 years, Orange County in Central
Mhm.
Florida, what make you do the Brady? What happened that I know you have some spark on it, some fire? You're like an old boxer
Yes.
that get the championship instead of like retire with the title. So you know what? I think I got more fire in me.
Yeah, that was it. The funny thing about it was that I wasn't looking at the time. I was already, content with doing what we were doing. But Marion County came knocking at the door. They showed me the opportunity. I started looking into it. I spoke to the missus because you have to
Yeah.
make sure your better half is in tune as well. And there was still, like you mentioned, there was still fire in the in my blood to continue going and teaching the new folks coming up into the fire service right now.
Yeah.
So it gave me that opportunity to assist a department that's moving up in the state of Florida and give them that outside knowledge that they needed, and that's why I'm there because it's being fun. It's right now more fun than anything else watching the new firefighters coming on board and paramedics coming on board and listening to what I have to offer to them, and it's fun. It's
It's
uh,
fun.
it's it's uh, it's uh, it's more rewarding than anything else.
I'm glad that that's awesome. And what is the difference have you seen from it's not the same being a rookie fireman in the 90s than now in the
hmm
2000s. What is the big difference? Because you've seen it all probably.
it's very different. As always, we always say the culture has changed. Because I remember when we started, I'm gonna go under the assumption that the senior firefighters were saying the same things that we're saying now about the new firefighters. So I don't think that has changed, but the culture has changed a lot. I think social media has helped the fire service and EMS service in a good way. Sometimes also in a bad side as well, because we also see Hollywood portrays the public safety in a different manner.
Yes.
Also saying that they're going to be doing great stuff, because a lot of firefighters nowadays, when they come into the service, the first thing, oh, I'm going to go see the dragon. I'm going to fight the dragon. I'm going to slay the
Uh,
dragon, the fire, blah, 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 because that's what they see on TV. And
yeah.
when they, get into the fire service, um, truth be told, the majority of the calls that we're running are
EMS.
medical calls. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, in my department right now, and I believe it's nationwide number, 87% of our call load is medical calls.
Yeah.
So, and the
100%.
fire calls are there. I mean, in my area in Marion County, we do see a lot of good fires. I mean, my phone just goes off of structure fires here and there because they do see a lot of fires up in that area, but that's very depending on where you're at. It's one of those things that it's a hit or miss kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. I tell you, because right now, what I'm working currently, I know fires at all. Car fires, yes. But a fire, I will, and if I see one, it will be a big one.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
Yeah.
in your area, it's because they've done a good job with prior prevention. Because
Yeah.
being in
Yeah.
that
We got,
area, it's prior prevention. I think your biggest fire that you guys saw, that everybody saw on YouTube, was that dragon fire.
yes. Yes. Literally a dragon fire. Yes. That's true. Yeah. And yeah, actually, yeah. And imagine in the Hollywood Studios area. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big fire. Literally a dragon. Yeah. It's because our fire prevention our systems are so advanced, and there's so many
Mhm.
redundant, so many backup plan that if we have a fire, it's because everything else failed, like a big fire.
Yes, that is the thing for you guys, and we applaud you for that, because that's what we're there for, uh,
Yeah.
making sure fire prevention is there, that nobody gets hurt. But on the hindsight, you got the medical calls that
Oh my
those
God.
don't go away. Those don't go
No,
away.
and our department is at least 99% medical
Hmm.
calls, and we have also special needs kids. We have population around the world. We have, you name it, we have it. We have
Yeah.
on the ground basements. We got uh, a lot of behavioral problems.
Yes.
A lot in my area where I work, and it's crazy how because I used to work, OBT and,
Hmm.
Turnpike
Hmm.
for
Yeah.
years, and
Hmm.
I went from that place to Disney, and it's complete different.
Yeah. Very, very, very different. It's the same way with the county. You might be working a suburban area, and then you go to a rural area,
Yeah,
per se. And then you have the mix of the OBT areas, where you have the turnpike with all the accidents, the Station 53 area that
oh yeah,
I worked in that area for many years, and a lot of the big crashes were there on the turnpike, per se. And then moving to centralized down further north on the trail, you had all the medical calls, the stabbings, and the fires.
shooting. Oh yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
fun.
it all depends on where it is. It's very round. It's the same thing where in Marion County, that you got areas that are very rural, because we're surrounded by the Ocala National Forest.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
and that's one of the cool things that we have up there, that really, uh, we have ATVs in those stations, because
Really,
yeah, because
that's pretty
people
cool.
go hiking, they get lost into the forest. So the easiest way to get access to them is they jump on the ATVs, and they go out there and do their rescues, kind of
That's
thing.
pretty cool. I didn't
And
thought about it.
yeah, and they also have a program with the sheriff's office of hoisting. They get our tech teams, get on the helicopters, and they'll hoist patients up to the
Yeah,
helicopter. Bring the medics down to the level, and we'll hoist them up from the middle of the forest itself. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
there's
because it's access. Access is
yeah,
so difficult, and the Ocala Forest is
yeah.
massive.
So, and it's very massive. It's a very massive forest. So we do have stations all the way out there, and and it's they're a very aggressive department as far as it goes to firefighting as well.
Yes.
They go in a lot of the fires. They go interior right off the bat.
Yes, and yeah, because you got a great culture of like being aggressive with the fire. Is
Hmm.
the smoke divers
Yeah,
are over there too. The
very
program is
aggressive
literally
with
there,
that. So
so you got a bunch of trucky
it's
guys.
awesome what we're doing up there right now.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad that you there. I mean, they needed. If you need somebody to put a direction or guide the department, you're one of the persons that people always talk about it in the whole state of Florida. To be honest, and I
Appreciate
also
it.
know that you teach CPR and EMS stuff all around the country.
Yes.
Besides being a chief, how's
Yes,
that?
yes. That is awesome. I mean that's me and my wife call it paying it forward. I mean we love paying it forward. Teaching CPR especially and advanced cardiac life support and the pediatric advanced life support to the new personnel, new nurses and everything else. It's rewarding again because they're they're new. They have zero experience, and all they know is book stuff. And then when we bring the reality of what we see with our classes, they really enjoy it. That kind of stuff. We've gotten to the point that sometimes that some of our students have even said, "You guys should stay here and be our instructors until we graduate."
I know you will take it. You probably take it. I don't know how, but you'll do it.
It's nice when we hear things like that because they see we bring them a different perspective, kind of stuff than the everyday of the book stuff that they see.
Yes, because
And
one thing is the books, one thing is outside in the
hmm
real world. Regardless if you're working inside intra hospital or outside pre hospital
hmm
wise, it's completely different from the books, no matter what the
yeah,
people say.
yeah, very very different. I mean, the books are there for the knowledge base, to
Yeah,
know what's going on and everything else, and then you have to put everything like everything is to perspective. You got to make okay. Each scene is going to be very different than your last scene, but
yeah,
the treatment is going to be more likely the same.
yeah. The base treatment is taking care of somebody. That's
That's
what it
it.
is. Have you gone international teaching?
Yes,
All right,
I've been the one of the most rewarding was going to Japan and
that's
teaching the
insane.
military and teaching the military the tactical emergency casualty care courses, TECC or active
Yeah,
shooter training.
yeah.
And that was last the year before that we went to Japan, and we went to Misawa, Japan, at the Air Force Base there, and we had a awesome time. We had great students. We taught the airmen firefighters, and the military police is who we taught,
The
and that
DCC
was
class. Wow.
and that was awesome, an awesome experience to be honest with you, and also doing the ACLS, PHTLS courses and ITLS to the cruise ships in Mexico, going down there and teaching that for them.
Wow. And that's going through the government or how? Oh,
That was subcontractors,
okay.
subcontracting that they had contracts and they subcontracted us to go and do that.
Man, that's crazy. Well, I think I mentioned it. I was recently I was in Poland
Mhm.
in
Yes.
October, and I was teaching RIT to the because that's something foreign concept outside the
Hmm.
U.S. They don't
Yeah.
even believe in RIT. They think
Right.
that, for what I heard from all over the world, that RIT is something that you shouldn't have it because if you know how to read the smoke, see the
Hmm.
structure, do a 360, you shouldn't even. But I tell people at the time, what happened if stuff happened? Doesn't matter if you're the
Yeah.
most knowledgeable firefighter or the most
Hmm.
fit. Stuff happens. You need a plan
No.
B. So that's when RIT comes, and
Yeah.
it was opening experience. My opening experience going to Poland with a translator, going from English to Polish, and show them like, hey, you can actually have a plan B. This is not rocket science, but it's a systematic way it will work.
No, absolutely, absolutely, and that's one thing that I take when I go teach is I always learn something from where I went to because
Yes.
knowledge is power, like they say, knowledge is power, and listening to how they do things, you pick up and make it better. One of the
Yeah,
things I always keep saying is like, I hate to reinvent the wheel. I just make the wheel better.
and you do. You make it
That's
electronic. You make an EV wheel now
yeah,
instead of
make it
a gas.
EV or so, because I see a lot of, places and all that. They take something and they trash it and then they reinvent it all over again. Why? Just take what you see and make it your own
Yeah,
kind of thing. Make it into your department zone kind of stuff. So that's why I enjoy teaching concept, because like I say, I always bring back something that I'm teaching them, of course,
you
but
learning
they
too.
teach me as well.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's the cool thing about when you go teaching, especially on the international level,
Yes.
that you learn something from them per
Yeah.
se, and that's something that, like I said, me and my wife, we teach together, and we always learn something from them. We're like, oh, that's a neat concept. We never thought of it that way, per se.
Exactly. No, yeah,
So,
and you got power couple. You both instructors. I mean, what else can you get, man? It's family.
yes,
I
it is.
love it. I love it. You use your wife and I. So in that way, if you need permissions, right next to you. You don't have to make a phone call.
Yeah, that's true. It's the conversations at the house sometimes are very interesting. That sometimes it's like, okay, cut, cut,
Yeah,
cut,
yeah. Redo. Yeah.
redo. It's time. It's stop. Okay, that's it.
That's awesome. Yeah, talking about the international mine. When I went to Poland, I noticed that the reed bag is full of tools, like pockets and pockets. I was wondering why you make it so heavy. When I realized that they don't have pockets on the bucket pants, or yeah, it's all equipment, so they have to put somewhere the tools. So oh, okay, so I adapt the class to their what do they have.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah.
absolutely.
So that's the little nugget that I learned from them. Like, okay, I have to like the ladders over there. There's 100-pound ladder. It's this massive, heavy ladder. So anything tactic wise with ladders, they don't out of the window. Literally, they don't use it.
Uh,
It's too heavy.
shoot, is it wood well ladders that they have over there?
No, it's like metal with spikes on the sides, a wheel on the front. You need 4 people to carry the ladder. I mean, you cannot do VES. It will take you forever. Stuff that we have from granted. Like we can do everything.
That is the thing that people sometimes take things for granted. Uh, we deployed also, me and the wife, we deployed on natural disasters and everything else. And
Hmm.
one of them was when we went to Puerto Rico uh, after Maria, and you have to adapt. One of the
You have to
things
have
is you have to adapt with what you have there, because sometimes the ¿cómo se
resources.
dice? The
Resources.
resources or the easy access to things that we have here, you don't have them,
Yeah.
and you have to MacGyver it, makeshift.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. You have to. It's so true about that, especially like
And
South America and all those countries.
yes, I mean, okay, we have to say it. We are spoiled here.
Yeah.
Literally, we're spoiled. I mean, and when you work in, I realized that when I was in Colorado, because we here in Central Florida, we say, oh, it's a rural area. Uh, yeah, rural area. No, where we were at is rural.
Oh, really?
When you're, yes, like I mentioned, 3,500 people. We were hospital-based EMS, one ambulance, but we had like three other in the fleet, and we had people to call in if anything major happened.
Wow.
But our mutual aid was a volunteer ambulance BLS service out of the Otter Hospital, which was 17 miles away. The fire department is totally volunteer. Uh, the nearest fully paid ambulance service, if we needed mutual aid, was almost 35 to 40 minutes
Oh my
from
God.
us.
Yeah. Good
Uh,
luck getting something quick.
and our hazmat team, if we had a hazmat, because mind you, we had a lot of silos. Being in the
Yeah.
farm area, you had a lot
Yeah.
of silos, because that was one of my first questions when being a hazmat tech, I'm driving in and I'm seeing all these silos. I'm like, holy crap, what is this? And my first question was, how far is your hazmat team? My hazmat team was an hour away.
Yeah, that's exactly. You have to adapt and overcome. That's part of the fire
Yeah,
service.
yeah. And so when people say, "Oh, we're in a rural area," no, you're not. That's not rural because you're going to get units here within 30 minutes or less per
Yeah,
se. Rural is 45 and above.
yes. Yeah, you got a Walmart close to you. You know rural. If you got a
Yeah,
Walmart and a
yeah.
7-Eleven close, 20 minutes, yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. Yeah. So I learned exactly what rural is because for us in that critical access hospital, anything major, even though they classified it as a level 4 trauma in Colorado standards, anything
It's level one.
major got driven to Denver or flown if the weather was clear. Because
Oh,
we were fortunate enough that we had a private air ambulance company based at the hospital. So
oh,
so they would
ooh.
fly,
Yeah,
our
that would
patient
change
if need be.
stuff.
But again, they were also the helicopter unit for around that area itself. So if they got a call, we had to wait for another one. So my transport times for inner facility, the shortest one was 6 hours. That
Six
was the shortest.
hours?
6 hours
That's like from
round
from
trip.
Orlando to the Keys if you're
Hmm.
running.
Yeah,
No,
it was round
that's
trip
brutal.
was 6 hours. The longest trips round trip was almost 8 to 10 hours on
No,
ground.
that's
Yeah.
like trying to get to the border with Georgia, literally.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
when I tell you that we were rural, we were literally rural,
in the middle of nowhere.
in middle of nowhere. Yes,
Wow,
middle
that's
of nowhere.
crazy. That's
Hmm.
that's like that's a great experience, but that's
No,
crazy. Something bad happened.
it was a great experience. Like I said, there we again you had to adapt and overcome with the area because
Yeah,
you didn't really have if we had a true trauma, it had to be flown or out
yeah.
of there. I mean, we could stabilize it, but it was one of those things that you had to get him to a true trauma surgeon, and that was all the way in Denver.
Oh, God, I can't even. The poor medic, 6 hours
Yes.
or 10 hours with a patient. Just
Hmm.
yes, yeah. Applause to them, guys. You
Oh
guys are my
yeah.
heroes. Because my longest transport is 30 minutes going
Oh
to
yeah.
from Disney to the VA. Actually, that's the farthest I can go. Like think
Oh
about
yeah.
it. Other than that, it's like
It,
20 minutes at the most.
oh yeah. Yeah. Same in our area in Marion County. We have some long transport times because if you're out in the forest area and you want to have to bring them into the trauma center, it's a good drive. It's a good drive, depending on what conditions. It could be Shands for burns or the HCA in downtown.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, you got a great experience, Chief. You've done a lot for the EMS and fire community. You've done everything, almost everything,
Right.
from EMT to riding backwards to be behind the desk.
I still enjoy. I'm even though I have the cross bugles and all that. Like I tell everybody, I'm a boots on the ground person.
Yes, you are.
I'm a boots on the ground person. The other day I was visiting a station and a call dropped, and the crew was like, "Chief, we'll be right back." I go, "Yeah, I'm coming along," and they're like, just looked at me like, "Huh?" I go, "Yeah, I'm jumping in the back of the rig, and then jump under your engine." Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
hey,
and hey, follow by example. That's
oh,
a great example for the
absolutely.
guys.
I mean, like
That's awesome.
I tell folks, I got a blue patch. I got a blue patch too. So guess what?
You need to renew it every 2 years. You have to pay for it, so might as
Yeah,
well have to use it.
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
But
Hey,
yeah,
Chief.
it's yes.
Yes, what are you guys doing for mental health? I know, like where I work at the Creek, we have a peer support team, and
Hmm.
and it's trying to get big on that. And actually, I applied for a position there, so hopefully I get in.
Good.
Um, what are you guys doing in Marion County for peer support team?
Chief Banta is very big on mental health. Unfortunately, before I got there, we had a few suicides.
Yes.
Uh, in Marion County, which we're getting over it as we speak. Because you never get over it anyway,
Yeah.
but we're very big on the mental health aspect itself. We do have a peer support group that is run. The health and safety is run by Chief Juan, and also the chaplaincy group. Uh,
Okay.
they are very big on that. Our chaplain Joe, he is incredible, per se. So we are doing a lot. We just finished doing a big because the area where we're at, the Marion Ocala area, the support that we have there is incredible.
Good.
And some of the mental agencies area, they put a questionnaire out to the department, and we're seeing what needs to be done per se. Because again, going back to the new generation of firefighters that uh, we're getting a lot of firefighters that have zero experience, life
Yes.
experiences
Yeah.
right now. Uh, they basically got into this business because one, they saw it on TV or whatever the case may be, and well, they're seeing things that that a normal eye doesn't see, per se. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I would always tell my students, is, folks, when you see something, let somebody know. Let's
Yeah.
talk to somebody, or things of that nature, because it is a big thing right now. A lot of people don't want to say anything because back when I started in this business was the old attitude of suck it up and
Keep moving
suck it up,
forward.
buttercup,
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like now where
That is
you know.
true. I
Yeah.
seen that's the reason why I created this podcast, because the
Mhm.
suicide at that moment you got the suicide in Marion County, the one in Orange County, and my mom is a life coach. She said, "Hey, why don't you? Because I know you want to say something. Why don't you create
Mhm.
this and it's a way to you to also as a treatment?" Like, sure. Oh, why not? So I
Yeah.
got into the podcast and talking to people, and I've been talking to people all over the world and life path. Like I'm talking to another fireman from OFD, Seminole County or Osceola
Mhm.
County, talking to couples coach therapy. I talked to a psychologist, a psychiatric she's specialized in firefighters. She's in Pensacola.
Mhm.
I talk now with New York, so it gave me a broad spectrum of what is mental health and how to approach it, how to treat, how to take care of us, because that's the most important thing to
They,
me is take care of us.
yeah, and the thing again, and I hate to say it, the generational gap that we have right now, because a lot of these new kids like us, that we're an older generation, that we like to talk,
Hmm.
in person or by phone, they do the texting thing,
You know, not the
kind
same.
of thing. They do the texting thing, so you really don't know how they really are doing, because they could text you, yeah, I'm fine,
Yeah,
but when you're talking to them or looking them at their face, you can see their body language that they're not doing well, per se.
yeah.
Because I can remember an incident when I was a lieutenant at 52. We had a
Oh,
student, an EMT student, and we had a bad trauma call. Uh, 52, you have Sand Lake area, John Young area,
yeah. And
kind of thing, and
you
we
got
had,
the water treatment plant that smell
yeah.
like poop all over all
Yeah.
24 hours.
It
Yeah.
it doesn't smell that much anymore once they put those filters on.
When I was there, it was horrible.
Oh yeah, it
they
used to
they
be
call
horrible. Back in
they
the
call
day,
it
it was
the
very horrible.
they used to
Yes,
call it 50 poop.
yes. And we had a bad trauma call, and when the rescue got back from the hospital, I see, and as I'm telling you the story, I'm actually reliving it right now. I see the student come in, and they went directly to the kitchen sink there, and they put some water on their face and everything else. And I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, I'm okay. And, I was reading the body language and everything else. And I'm like, right there, I said, bullshit. You're not
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I could tell in their eyes and their body language that they were not okay. So right then and there, I called my chief at the time and said, "Hey, I need to get out of service right now, and I need the chaplain, see, and blah blah blah." And we got the ball rolling. And back then, it was very unheard of,
Mm.
doing that big debriefing per se. And I remember that we had a female in at the station, and we grabbed some ice cream with the spoons and everything else and started talking to them. And and
Wow.
afterwards, they seemed fine. The person came back for their second ride time, and they came when they were leaving. They came up to me and they said, "Thank you for what you did that other night, because that would have stopped my advancing in this career per se."
Wow.
Not sure if this person did become a EMT, paramedic, or nurse, but that's the thing. We as firefighters and first responders, that we need to look at each other per se. If you
Yeah.
see somebody not doing well, we need to speak up, because what happens is that stigma. Oh, they're going to think that I'm weak, that
Mm.
all that, and that's not a sign of weakness. We need to make sure that we're all okay to continue our lives, because what happens is you retire and people start thinking about the demons. What
Yes.
happened, what they saw. Because I mean, I could relive certain stories that I've seen through my career, which is they were not pretty, but you have to learn how to do that coping mechanism, which again, one of the things that I would tell my new personnel is like, my coping mechanism was, after a shift, go and work out. Get your mind set, go
Yeah.
work out, do something just to get your mind at ease, per se. Some people didn't do anything. They just went home, went to sleep, or did whatever the case might be. But we as individuals need to see our personnel's eyes and say, okay, you're not good. We have to shut down.
Yeah.
And as a chief officer, I did that a couple of times as well. The calls that really hurt us as firefighters, medics, is the pediatric calls. I
Yeah.
mean, because we don't run that many.
Yep.
And I remember our crew ran a ped call, and after the fact that we were at the hospital, right then and there, I called dispatch, and right there in the parking lot, uh, I put the units out of service and I debriefed them right then and there. When the chaplain uh, from Orange County came to the station, the cruiser already said, "You're too late, chap." Chief already did. And when he was supposed to that, he came up to me. He goes, "Chief Atan, you did a good job." I go, "Hey, I got to take care of them.
Yeah.
I got to take care of my crew," and that's what I tend to do. I want to make sure that they have a healthy and fulfilled career kind of thing. Because, truth be told, depending on the areas that you're working at, you're going to see certain stuff that the normal human being is not going to see. Because we see in our business, we see people at their worst moments
Yep.
per se. We see, and this goes not only for firefighters, paramedics. It goes for cops. It goes for the nurses, doctors as well, because we see a lot of stuff that the normal human being doesn't see. And um, our new generation that's getting into this business, they really have no experience whatsoever than just playing video games. I
It's
hate to
true.
put it that way.
No, it's true,
Yeah,
but it's true.
yeah, because
It's,
if you've seen it before in the fire police business, usually the people that got into this business were craft people, people that
yeah.
knew how to work a hammer, knew how to put tile and things of that nature. They had a craft behind them. Nowadays, it's like I remember showing kids how to mop a floor.
Yes. Or yeah, it's true. Or how to do the dishes. I have to do it one time to one of the rookie guys, the probies, when I was in the county.
Uh-huh.
How to do little things, make
Yeah,
coffee, make
yeah,
tea. Like,
yeah,
bro, you never do dishes? But yeah, I never. Well, it's
yeah,
time to learn.
yeah.
I mean,
That's it. One of my things that I would tell some of our new personnel is like, my words were, "Your mom doesn't work here. You got to pick up after yourself."
wow.
Yeah.
But it's true what you said. Like in the past generations, is people with construction works, and still
Mm-hmm.
the old guys that about to retire or that past the 15 years, they
Mm-hmm.
already have a second job. Could be anything,
Right.
but they have that. They have it since they started firefighting. So they used to be in outside and deal with people, and it's you are right actually. The new generation kind of sucks in that aspect. Social skills are
Yeah.
bad.
They everything is texting. It's like, guys, put the damn phone down. One of the things that we did in the dinner table at night, all the phones off or put them away unless you had a call or something. Of course, being a chief officer, my phone had to be next to me all the time because
Yeah, but
people are calling
understandable.
out sick or
Oh my God,
dispatch
yes.
calling and
Yeah.
so you know, they bend the rules for me, but everybody else would, their phones will be in their pockets. They wouldn't answer them. I know that one of our stations, I don't know if they're still doing it. They had a little basket for dinner
Oh,
time.
67? I think so.
I don't know if it's 67 or
But the
71. I think it's 71.
and they had a little basket, and if you pick up the
Yes,
phone, you get a hot sauce shot or whatever.
hot sauce
S-
shots, or you had to pay for dinner.
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
So, so,
Put my phone in the basket.
and that's what a lot of stations are beginning to do that because I've walked into stations and people are on their cell phones, you know, tacking away, talking. It's like, folks, conversate, sit down around the kitchen table, talk to people, you know, do that
Interact.
social skill kind of stuff because it's we deal with society. We talk to patients every day.
It's true.
You need to learn how to do those skills kind of thing. Not I hate saying it, the tough book medics. They only keep the tough book in front of them and asking the patient questions.
Yes. That's one thing I
And
learned, especially I'm coming from Venezuela, working in emergency system in Venezuela. I never had a tough book.
right.
So I'm used to just give it now. When I was in the county, people look at me weird because I got the tough book and give it to the lieutenant or
Yeah.
whoever. I don't even care
Mm-hmm.
because that was the way it used to be, and I used to
Yeah.
do paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that the Galino told me, "Boy, you kind of
We Galino.
yeah, sleepy Galino. Where you come from, boy? Mira, 53, 53 all day.
53. 53. Mira, Chief, ven acá, Chief.
See, ven acá, all day. he's he's now at 32, I think so.
At 32, yeah. He's over
Yeah.
at 32. I saw him before I retired. He was out there. I go, what you doing out here? He goes, nah, Chief, taking it easy.
Yeah, that's another one. He works way too much.
Yeah.
It's like when you retire, no, man, you need to go find another job. You'll be like at Chief Atan, just go in another place.
No, honestly, like I said, the only reason I came out of retirement because the fuel was still there, the fire was
Yeah,
still burning,
yeah,
and I just wanted to, you know, I still had enough on the in the gas tank there to push it a little bit more.
nice.
Everybody tells me, how long are you gonna? I mean, I've been asking Marion County, how long are you gonna be here and everything else, and I give them three answers. I go, one, if the big man upstairs gives me the health and
Yeah,
well-being to continue, I will continue. Secondly, is if I'm not having fun anymore, I'm done. Those are my go-to answers for them because they're like, "How long are you going to be here?" I'm like, "Very simple. The big man upstairs gives me the
yeah.
health. I'm here. And if I'm still having fun, I'm going to be here. Now, the day that it becomes quote unquote a job that I'm not having fun anymore, I'm done.
You're done. You always have room to another department. It's smaller. We only have 4 stations. We deal with roller coasters and castles and dragons and you name it, we have it. So you don't have to go anywhere to imagine stuff. We don't have the beach. We don't have forest. We got a made of forest kind of. We got beaches. We got pools. We got water parks. We got you name it. We have it. So if you feel like you still have some more fuel on it, we can refuel it more. I don't mind. Just bring more cans. Come to us. I appreciate it. I'm a good salesman.
I
can
know,
sell.
you get salesman, yeah. It's good. It's good. So you work with ¿cómo se llama? Rob Krieger.
Rob Krieger. Yeah. Oh, yes. With the old man, yes. Yes.
Your soup sandwich. Your soup sandwich.
Your soup sandwich, yeah. The guy forgets how to read emails when he conveniently, it's dementia by option. That's his problem.
Yeah.
Rob Krieger. I'm trying to.
He is something else.
Yes, he is something else. I tried to put it on the podcast, but it's hard. That man is like, bro, you need to open yourself. Be more like, more soft. You need to be a little soft, like a pillow.
I've known Rob me and Rob have taught many tactical medic classes, and he is something else.
Oh, he's something else. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That guy is amazing guy, but he's something else. It's like I said, dementia by option. He forgets stuff when he wants to. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with him with confined space training and SOAR team members training is rough. It's rough dealing with him. But I'm pretty sure. See, you got Krieger. So if you want to come to our space, it's a little section of the town, you're more than welcome. You can work with Krieger again.
And you got Chief Flores.
And we got Flores. Yes, the boxer.
The boxer, yes.
The boxer. He had a boxer training side on the logistics, and he goes to the town once in a while.
I got to give him a call since I run logistics. I got to ask him a few questions.
Oh, yes. Yes. He will tell you a lot of stories about the creek and logistics. No, he will.
I got some stuff that I want to do over there because, as you well know, medications and stuff like that, it's an ongoing thing with shortages. And
he's the man to help you out with that, Chief.
But you know how things go in our business.
Yeah, we have a lot of ex-Orange counties and at the creek, a lot, actually.
Yeah, I've heard.
Every time I see 53, oh, that's my ex, and then just walk by.
No, I mean it's to be honest, this field that we're in, it's I say rewarding. Everybody says, "Oh, you've done a lot." I go, "No, man, it's I enjoy what I do. That's why I'm doing it. It's if I didn't enjoy what I'm doing, I would be doing something else." Kind of, to be honest with you, it's like I was telling somebody, one of my other chief officers yesterday. He goes, "I go, yeah, I might be double dipping a little bit, but it's not because I want to. It's because it's fun. I'm enjoying myself. It's a humbling experience doing what I do. Because that's the other thing is like." In this business of ours, you have to be humble, kind of thing.
Yes.
You can't be
the alpha tough dog all the time.
Tough dog all the time, or the a good friend of mine's. He's a captain for another agency, and he goes, being the Instagram firefighters.
It's true. True. They drink way too much Kool-Aid.
Yeah, they're always taking pictures of doing this, and actually they haven't really done too much kind of thing. Some of them.
Yep.
But hey, it's like I say, social media has done positive stuff for us. But again, there's certain times that certain things are in the negative way. But for the most part, from what I've seen, social media has really helped public safety.
Good. And also to educate people too.
Yes.
I saw a little of the cops body cams. It
Hmm.
helped to recognize, hey, yeah, you see on TV the cops doing this, but you don't realize what I have to go through because I give it to the
Yes.
cops. I love my profession, but the cops, you guys, law enforcement, to me are like you guys are different level. I can't like imagine because you guys are moving target. Everybody hates
Yes.
the cops, regardless.
Yes.
You already got with a
Yes.
bad attitude with cops.
Hmm.
With the firefighters, people love us. Hey, yeah, come on, guys, help me out because
Hmm.
we're going to help it.
That
Yeah, that's a
it's
tough job.
we
Jeez.
have the golden key to get into the house because usually when they call us, there is an emergency for them, and like you said, we're a welcome
We're
sight.
welcome.
Uh, Cops need a warrant to get inside. We don't,
Yes, yes, it's true.
per se, and I've seen that. I've experienced that on both sides. When I'm in my fire department uniform, it's a very different attitude. Somewhere I'm wearing the law enforcement uniform. Two different aspects altogether,
Oh, and
per
especially
se.
working as a
So yeah,
trooper.
I won't say a stigma, but it's the way people portray us, and again, we as a first responder need to put out a positive attitude of what we do uh, on a daily basis, kind of stuff. And again, social media has helped us show people what we actually do, because again, a lot of people only see what we do when they're watching TV, per
Yes.
se. A lot of them, I remember many a times people saying, "Oh, you guys are just at the stations playing checkers or chess or whatever. That's all you guys are doing." No, we're doing training. We're doing other things. Just because you don't see the engine rolling out doesn't mean that we're
Yeah.
not doing our own training, per se. So it's a lot of change in mentality, seeing people what we do, and again, we've helped ourselves, especially the government agencies, the commissioners, and everything else, in doing schooling for them. You know, showing them what we do, how our gear weighs, and everything else going into a fire scene. Even though it's a small things that we do for them, but at least they're seeing what we're doing,
Yeah.
and now they have that buy-in of saying, "Oh yeah, they." It's a tough job what they're doing, because most people don't understand that, you know, we go from 0 to 60 in the middle of the night. We're in a
Yeah.
deep sleep,
Yeah.
wake up, and we got to start functioning, per se. People don't
Yeah.
see that. They just think, oh, you guys are just sleeping there all night. No, because, we don't sleep well. I know I didn't. When I was on duty, my mind was still, okay, I
Running.
might get a
No.
call tonight
Mine
or
too.
something like that.
Mine too.
And sometimes you never slept that night. You were running one call every other. I remember one shift at station 50 when
Oh.
we were not transporting at the time, and we literally had 24, 25 calls in a 24-hour period. It
Oh, I
was
feel you.
literally one call after every
Another
hour
one.
on the hour. We were running calls. So, those are things that people don't see, kind of stuff. They just see, oh, you guys are just horse playing or doing this, and it's like, no, that's not what it is. So, it's very different, per se. So,
It is. It
so
is. But it's changing.
yeah.
I think the attitude towards firemen and police in that aspect is changing because social media. Because
Hmm.
people record everything now, so people go to the cameras and hey, this is a life in a firefighter, life in a policeman,
Yeah.
and people notice, hey, they not just go and play checkers back in the '80s. Now we play Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yes, I completely agree with you. This is
Yeah.
how we put ourselves in the PR. It's a good PR. That's all we have to do.
Yeah. What I tell my personnel is, every time you throw that uniform on, you're on stage. I mean,
Yes.
beforehand, we used to say, well, every time the unit rolls out. Now it's every time that uniform is put on,
Yeah.
per se. you're on stage. I mean, that's Disney's world.
Yes,
You're on
I know. Trust me,
stage.
I know. I know that 100%.
That's Disney terminology. You're on stage.
Oh yeah, I heard that many times.
And especially when that unit rolls out, you're a moving billboard.
Yeah,
They know who you are.
yeah,
Uh, so it's like, guys, you are on camera. You're on stage every time you come to work and you got that uniform on. Act the part, act the role, be professional,
that's true.
per se. And again, let's take care of business, and that business is taking care of our citizens that are having a bad day, per se. Uh, my other nice motto is uh, the Madagascar penguins. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Because we've all been there. We're running our 15th, 20th call, and we're grumbling to the units, grumbling all the way to the call, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're going to this call. And I tell them, hey, as soon as that break hits and you put that unit in park and you open the door and you step out, smile. Take
Yeah,
care of that patient.
yeah,
Take care of the patient. And the other thing, the way I've always said this is like, take care of that patient like you're taking care of one of your family members.
yeah,
That
that's true.
that is the key thing.
Yeah,
Take care of that family member like it's one of your family members. Don't think of him as even if you ran on this homeless person for the upteen time. Treat him the same way, because
yeah.
they sometimes do remember.
Oh yeah, I know that. They remember when you was good or bad. I know,
Yeah,
especially homeless people. They remember.
yeah, they remember. They honestly remember, and everything else, especially when I was working the 50s area. That's
Oh God. Oh, I know. The OBT people, they remember who you are. They know the unit. They when they see you coming out of the unit, it's like, oh no, this medic. Oh yeah, this
yeah.
guy. So
They
it's
know the
completely different
shift.
attitude.
They know the
Yes.
shift. They know
Yes, they
the
know the
shifts.
shift. Oh, today's C shift. Okay, I got a good guy.
Yeah,
At least take me to a place that's warm food. It's not take me to RMC. It's just water.
but yeah, no, it's um, I mean, our business is evolving. I mean, we still put the like we say we put the white stuff on the red stuff, but it's evolving right now. I mean, the other thing that's it's coming, and you mentioned it earlier, the EV cars.
Yes,
That is
that's the next part.
something that we haven't seen something like that since uh, Volkswagen had magnesium in their engines.
Jesus, that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
That's if you remember, because that's
yeah.
wow.
Well, they actually somebody put a video out the other day where they were fighting a car fire and it had magnesium because you could see as soon as they put the water on there, it was sparking on
Yeah,
them. So
I'm
it's
just
like,
scared.
yeah, that's magnesium. So this new thing of the EV cars, it's uh,
It's
it's a
coming.
game changer for us. It's a
It's
game changer
coming,
for
and
us.
it's coming. We have a lot of those at the Disney area, obviously, because everything runs on that. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's changing the way we attack car fires, everything, because you basically
yeah.
have to dump it on a ditch and let it burn,
Well,
and
and it's still going, and it's still
and it's
because
still
I
going
was,
to burn for days.
it's
And
going to still burn.
they're big in Europe. They're actually big into that because the gasoline is so expensive in Europe, so
Hmm.
everything's EV, and a lot
Yeah,
of the firefighting techniques are being developed in Europe because of that.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
have
It's
devices that can shut down the cars. They got a bunch of stuff that actually help us here in America. But when I went
yeah,
there, that's like in the fire academy, EV is the big one because everything is
yeah,
EV over there. It's
yeah.
cheaper, gas wise.
Everything is EV. I have a good friend of mine's from Margate Fire Department, Chief Oscar Rodriguez, who is he told me jokingly, I opened up Pandora's box. So he's doing a lot of the studies. You mentioned the State Fire College. He was one of the lead instructors on the EV
Nice.
fire stuff. And he was telling me, we were talking about it the other day because I was watching the video, and I called him immediately, and he goes, "Juan, this is a game changer for us because He goes, we had with the videos out there, a vehicle. You mentioned a ditch go into a lake that was on fire, and it was still burning in the
Hmm.
water. It was
Yeah,
still burning.
it's still burning. I
So,
know there's a company in Europe. They build like a barrier that you can put in your
mhm.
engine and then close down the car, and then you flood the car. You basically make like a pool and let that crap down to the. I mean, eventually we'll put out, but you basically building a pool around the car, so it's just full of water, and that's it.
Yeah,
And let it be.
it's a game changer for us. I mean, nobody had the fortitude or thinking forward about how it would happen, but we're beginning to see it now. We started watching it first with the scooters or the electric
Yes. Yeah.
bicycles,
Yeah.
and now, I mean, we haven't had that many electric vehicle cars go on fire, but when they burn, you better bring at least a tanker
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah. And you have also now semi trucks. I
Hmm.
know West, Coca Cola, one of those bought like, I don't
Hmm.
know, 500 semi trucks to start doing it. And now you're dealing with autopilot cars because they're getting big now in big cities just to take away
Yeah,
job from Uber and taxi drivers. But,
yeah,
but
no,
that's coming.
yeah, it is coming. I mean, there's a lot of things going on for the safety of our firefighters. Mentioning mental health and safety for us too. The other thing is that because you don't know these things because you're going to be putting a lot of water on these cars, and there you're going to have a rekindle on
Oh,
these
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So it's a big safety feature for us as firefighters that are the boots on the ground out there. Uh, Hopefully, our gear, they're working on it to make sure that we don't get exposure because that's the other thing that we're
Yeah.
seeing with firefighters is getting
The
exposed
cancer.
to cancer and all
Yeah.
that. So, I mean, it's a very dangerous field. I
It
mean,
is.
we have the mental health, we have the cancer because we're seeing a lot of firefighters, as of late now with, the way science has gone that we're developing cancer and all that just from being a firefighter.
Yeah. And Chief,
So,
before we go, because it's
mhm,
almost an hour, one advice, only one advice to the firemen that are retiring, not the new people,
mhm.
because you give a lot for new people. One advice for those about to retire.
My advice, have a plan.
Okay.
Okay. Have a game plan on what you want to do because I hear it all the time. Oh, I can't wait. I am ready to retire and everything else. Have a plan. Because we work, that 24, 48, or, our body are acclimated of working every third day, and then all of a sudden it stops from you. I remember Chief Pines, retired Chief Pines, good friend of mine, tells me depression is going to hit you. And I told them, hopefully I could say this, I told them point blank, fuck you. You
You
know
can say
me,
it.
I'm type A personality. It's not going to happen to me, blah, blah, blah. And Chief Pines looks at me and goes, Juan, and you remember Chief Pines, Juan, it's going to happen.
Yes. Yeah, I remember she's fine.
And I will tell you this, Mondo. First few days, first week was great of retirement. Second week, uh, third week, the Mack truck hit me.
Really?
It hit me. And even my wife goes, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm okay." And that depression hit you. And I called Chief Pines, and all I heard was laughter. And if you've seen Chief Pines laugh, you know how he
Yes.
laughs.
Yes.
And all
Yeah.
he was just laughing, saying, "I told you, I told you, I told you." Uh, but no, it's have a plan. Is literally have a plan. Uh, See what you want to do. Because fishing every day, it's fun, but it's going to get old. Traveling is great, but again, like anything, gets old for a while. But have a plan. See what you want to do. Or, work out a plan. have your incident action plan for your retirement
That's the
per
chief talking.
se.
Yeah.
Have your incident action plan of what you want to retire and everything else, because retirement is awesome. I'm going to tell you this much: it is awesome. I still consider myself quote unquote retired, but yeah, I am working. Again, I am. I don't say that I'm working. I say that I am helping out a fire department right now. I'm assisting a fire department,
Yeah.
making them better,
Yeah.
because that's my goal. And I told them, and you know me how I roll.
Yeah.
I love showcasing the agency that I'm working for.
Yeah.
And like I told Marion County Fire, I was like, hey, we're going to showcase our department. Like in January, we got the first conference of the year, which is the used to be the Fire East Conference, now called the Florida Fire Conference.
Yeah.
We're going to have our ALS team competing. We're going to have the fire sled team competing, which I'm going to be competing as well. So
Oh.
the old man is
Um,
going to do it. So
They're like doing the Rocky Five, Rocky Six. You're coming out of
hey,
the.
like, you got to
That's
lead from
good.
the front. You got to
That's
lead
good.
from the front. You got to show
Exactly.
them that I still got it and everything else. So, and I want to showcase what we have in
Nice.
Marion County right now. It's because again we have a lot of things to offer, and if you got folks out there that are looking for a job,
There you
we're
go.
hiring. We're
There you
hiring
go.
on the single search side, and we have the dual search side. If you're on the single search side, you're a medic and want to just be a medic, we will hire you. If you just got your medic side and uh, decide that you want to go to the fire side, we will pay you to go to fire school
Which
per
is right
se.
there in the middle of the county. You got the
Right.
fire college,
We got the
so you
fire
don't have to go
college too,
anywhere.
and the other thing that we like some other agencies, we're not going to mention names, that you have to become a medic within what,
Yeah,
4 years time and all
I
that.
think it's three or four. I remember.
Yeah, we don't have that on the table.
Good.
If you want to become a medic, we will pay you to go to medic school.
There you go. So those looking for a job, those who are interested in going to the fire service, Marion County have options.
We have
And
options,
you got options. That's all you need.
and
I don't
and
preach what I work. I mean, comparing, putting down the other ones.
yeah,
But you got options. You can come to
you have
Reedy Creek. You
options.
can go Marion County, Orange County, anywhere. But
And
just
and and
options.
one thing that I would tell your listeners that are starting in this service and are looking for jobs right now is to do your homework. Okay,
Yes.
do your homework on that department. See what they have to offer you. What growth ladders they have for you
The retirement
per se.
system.
Yeah, what retirement system, your benefits, because that's the other thing. This new kids, oh, money, yeah, they're going to give me all this money. Okay, so what are your benefits?
Yeah.
That
If it's
that
24/48, if it's 24/72, if you got Kelly days, if you have this, if you have that.
yeah, do your homework, and because
Yeah.
again, truth be told, every fire agency in the state of Florida right now is hiring.
Yes. Everybody.
It is hiring right now. So uh, for those of you out there that are listening right now and are looking for jobs, yeah, I'm going to showcase my department, Marion County Fire Rescue. But again, I cannot recruit everybody, but do your due diligence and do your homework on that agency. Make sure that that's the agency that you want to make your career at. It's not an agency that's going to be a stepping stone per
Yeah.
se. Oh, well, if I don't like this, I'm going to go over there. Because I will guarantee you the grass is not greener on the other side.
No.
Basically, all the agencies were identical. All you have to do is change the patch on the shoulder, because
Yeah.
we all are having the same headaches, the same things. We're seeing it in every agency
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah.
There, and I hate to say it this way, there's really not the perfect fire department out there. It is
No,
what
there's
you
not.
make of it. It is
Yeah.
what you make of it.
That's
You're the one that
100%
is
true.
going to make that fire department grow.
That's
So
true. That's the wise word. It's true. The grass is not always green on the other side. It might be a different type of grass, but it's not green on the other side. I can say that with as a personal experience, and you too,
Mhm.
Chief. It's just different. It's just different animal. Is what you're looking for. What do you wanna make? I always say to people that every time that I go to a place, leave the place better than you when you came. If you want to be there for 3 years, 4 years, at least make it better. So you can, when you leave that place, at least you say, hey, I did this and I make the department a little bit better, just because I was there
Absolutely.
doing something. So regardless, I don't blame people who last 10 years in the fire department then quit,
Mhm.
or 35 years and 40 in your case. It's all depends how you deal with your time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
Enjoy
Chief,
enjoy the ride. Enjoy the
yeah,
ride.
exactly. You're the right. You're never take you. Chief, one more thing. Who you recommend to come to the podcast and talk to me? A name that
Uh,
you know.
name that I know, you
Somebody that you
got
said, you know what, bring it.
uh, Chief Greg Pines is one of
Great
them.
Pines.
Since
All
I
right.
mentioned, he's very big on the mental health stuff. He's retiree. Uh, he's a great guy to have on there. I will even recommend my wife, but she doesn't like being doing interviews because she'll put a different perspective on there because she is
Yeah, it's a female.
a medic and a nurse, trauma nurse, flight nurse, kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and could do a different aspect of it
Yes.
because a lot of folks want to go into the nursing route. I never wanted that route, but some people want to do that route.
Yeah.
Uh, Chief Pines is one that comes to mind. The other one, if you could get a hold of him, Chief Droz. He's
Ooh,
another
all
one
right.
that
Hey, I will say, hey, Chief Atan told me.
he's my mentor. I'll be the people that I just mentioned to you. Those are my mentors.
Pines and Droves. All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get
So,
one. I'm not expecting both, but at least one. I'll take one.
and if you need me to come on your show again, Mondo, please feel free to ask me, and I'll be more than happy to come to your show.
Yes, I will. And hopefully next time we can do it in person. I know
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
you're traveling all the way, but yeah, next time we can do it in person and have more fun that way. Or bringing somebody. We can bring Mikey or Galino.
Hey, Miguelito.
Miguelito and Galino and Sleepy Galino.
Uh, oh boy, we won't be talking. We'll just be laughing, especially with Mikey.
Oh, Mikey, yeah. There's no way we can talk anything serious with Mikey. I know. That's why great about him. His attitude is amazing. So thank you
Yeah,
so much, Chief. I appreciate your
thank
time.
you.
Everybody who listened to us around, I got people in Spain, Portugal, Poland, obviously now, Morocco, I guess South America, a lot of people from Mexico, Argentina, Venezuela, obviously, Puerto Rico, and
Mhm.
Florida. So I got people all around the world. Germany too,
And
actually.
so, para decirle a la gente de España, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, que a todos Sudamérica que estén oyendo, gracias por su audiencia. Como digo, mi nombre es Juan Atán. Si necesitan algo, información, por favor,
I
llame.
will, I will put your contact for the Marion County there, or the Marion County website on the in the description. And if you guys looking for a job, brand new people, you can go to Marion County. See your options. Look, do your homework before you go to Marion County. Might be too far away from you too. Who knows? All right, thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Gracias.
De nada, orden.